Good morning. My name is Sergeant Timothy Ragsdale, and we'll be giving a brief over leadership and the Army profession. This brief and all information within it are unclassified, as all information is easily and readily available on the internet. Risk assessment for this briefing is low. In the event of a fire, get to safety and notify leadership once safe. In the event of an active shooter, practice the run, hide, fight method. Run to safety, hide when you can, and fight back when protection of others. It is the duty of every soldier and department of the Army civilian to recycle, so please dispose of all trash in the appropriate receptacles. Overview for today, I will be discussing leadership and the Army profession. In this brief, we will cover the definition of leadership. We'll discuss the attributes of a leader. We'll also discuss the Army profession and its 5 key attributes. And we'll discuss the Army professional and qualifying criteria to be an Army professional. Leadership. Leadership is the process of influencing people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation to accomplish the mission and improving the organization. An Army leader is anyone who, by virtue of assumed role or assigned responsibility, inspires and influences people to accomplish organizational goals. Army leaders must have the following attributes to be successful: character, presence, intellect, leads, develops, and achieves. Character is defined as a person's moral and ethical qualities and helps determine what is right and gives the leader motivation to do what is appropriate regardless of the circumstances or the consequences. A good leader won't take shortcuts or cut corners to accomplish mission, but will do everything by the standard and have integrity in the mission. Presence is not just a matter of the leader being physically with the troops, but it involves the image that the leader projects and is conveyed through actions, words, and how the leader carries themselves when around the troops. A good leader will not only assign tasks to troops, but will be there completing the task right next to the soldier to inspire that presence within them. The Army leader intellect draws on the mental tendencies and resources that have shaped the leader's concepts and abilities. A leader develops intellect through accomplishing missions and reviewing these missions to learn from the mistakes. An intelligent leader uses sound judgment before implementing concepts and plans. They will also learn from past missions to correct any deficiencies and use that new intellect to be successful in future missions. Leads. Leading is about influencing others. Leaders set goals and then must motivate and influence themselves and others to pursue these goals and the goals of the organization. Develop. Development is important, as good leaders must strive to leave any team or organization that they join better than when they arrived. They can do this in many ways by developing themselves and their subordinates into better versions of themselves through training, coaching, and correspondence courses or online courses, as well as NCO leader schools and officer leader schools. Achieves. From the definition of leadership, achieving is focused on accomplishing the mission. The leader must set goals and objectives and get the desired results. Moving on to the Army profession. The Army doctrine defines Army profession as comprised of 2 mutually supportive communities of practice: the profession of arms and the Army Civilian Corps. The Army profession serves as the framework for the Army culture and its relationship with the Army ethic. It defines the essential characteristics that define the Army's profession as trust, honorable service, military expertise, stewardship, and a spirit de corps. Trust is the bedrock on which the Army has developed its relationship with the people of this great nation, and is a vital element in each of the other characteristics. Without trust, the Army profession cannot succeed. That trust is necessary between soldiers and their leaders, and between the Army personnel and the civilian population they are entrusted to protect. The civilian population trusts the Army to correctly perform our mission of protecting and defending the country through any means necessary, but while still maintaining to our Army values and ethics. Military expertise as a profession is the design, generation, support, and ethical application of land power. It's broken down into 4 main fields: military technical, or how the Army applies its power to accomplish its current missions; moral ethical, or how we accomplish the mission in the right way; political cultural, or how we operate and understand any multicultural and complex environment and political instance; human leader development, or how we recruit, develop, train, and inspire the Army professionals; Honorable service refers to the oath of enlistment that all soldiers swear and is the dedication to duty in all aspects of our careers. Honorable service guides soldiers and leaders in the performance of our mission and requires us to conduct ourselves in a way that upholds the Army values and our Army way of life, as well as adhering to the Army ethic and maintaining our integrity. Esprit de corps is the winning spirit and pride within the Army. It is embedded in the culture, sustained by our traditions and customs, and gives us the courage to persevere through all adversities and difficulties. Through Esprit de corps, we share a deep respect for our history and tradition, and are committed to each other as well as the highest standards of excellence in the Army values. Stewardship is the duty of Army leaders and soldiers alike to care for the people, resources, and family that is entrusted to us by the country. As stewards, Army professionals are responsible and duty-bound to not only complete our today missions, but missions that we face in the future and any threats that come our way. We must ensure that our profession is always capable of fulfilling any mission that our nation gives us. Army professionals have the responsibility to ensure the stewardship of the present and future effectiveness of our profession. Moving on to an Army professional. A member of the Army profession who meets the professional certification criteria. The criteria defined by the Army is broken down into 3 categories: competence, character, commitment. Competence is the Army professional's demonstrated ability to successfully perform their duties and accomplish the mission with discipline and to the Army standard. It covers how well the Army leader performs their duties and accomplishes the mission and their goals. Character is defined as an Army professional's dedication and adherence to the Army values and the profession's ethics as consistently and faithfully demonstrated in decisions and actions. It's how the leader accomplishes its mission while following the Army guidelines and ethics and values without breaking those and maintaining integrity through all that. Commitment, or the resolve of the Army professional to contribute honorable service to the nation and to perform their duties with discipline and integrity and to strive to successfully and ethically accomplish the mission despite adversity, obstacles, and challenges. A good Army leader finds meaning and value in the organization and shares that commitment with everyone else. So in conclusion, the Army profession is carried on by instilling these characteristics in its leaders and subordinates alike. By living these characteristics, the young soldiers of today will become the leaders of today and tomorrow. It will then be up to them to contribute to continue to strengthen the Army profession through the reinforcement of the Army values of trust, honorable service, military expertise, stewardship, and esprit de corps. This can only be accomplished through the strong educational programs the Army is offering for all of its professionals. With the Army profession, we are committed to maintaining the highest of standards, not only in our individual excellence, but the collective excellence of the Army as well. In this, we are bonded together by mutual trust and committed to the Army values. To summarize, we discussed leadership and discussed the Army's definition of leadership. We cover the attributes of a good and effective leader, and we define the Army profession in its 5 characteristics. We also discussed the Army professional and qualifying career criteria of an Army professional. Do I have any questions? We'll move on to the after-action review. The mission of this brief was to discuss leadership in the Army profession. We discussed this leadership in Army profession in this brief. Can I get any sustains and improves? Thank you. This will conclude my brief. We'll move on to the next block of instruction presented after this.